Have you ever thought what it could be like to roam the streets armed to stop people from committing crimes? How do you think cops would handle an armed murder suspect? What about a woman soliciting money for a fake funeral?
You and your two sons were on the other side doing the same thing, collecting money for a funeral.
Me?
Yes.
These are not actors. These are real-life policemen and women on duty. Number 8. A chief of police and a sergeant observed two men standing near two suspicious vehicles close to a property. One vehicle had no plates, was missing a tire, and appeared to be missing some other crucial parts cars require for them to be safe. The officers decided to stop and speak with the two men to make sure everyone was okay. One man, later identified as Lawrence Allred, 47, gave inconsistent statements about the situation.
The car looks a little odd, that's why we're here checking on you.
Okay.
Which made the officers skeptical about the validity of what he was saying. A few minutes into the polite chit-chat, one of the men decided to make a run for it. After a lengthy foot pursuit through some fields, over a fence, through a creek, up an embankment, and onto another person's property, police caught up with the man.
Get out of the car!
The man was attempting to steal a vehicle from the property. Luckily, the vehicle didn't start and he was taken into custody.
Don't move.
Number 7. In this video, officers were dispatched to 1381 Kimberly Way in southwest Atlanta regarding a shooting incident. Upon arrival, officers located a male who appeared to have been shot. He was transported to the hospital and did not survive his injuries. Responding officers, including an off-duty sergeant, arrived at the scene moments after receiving the call. They quickly located the shooting suspect, still armed with a shotgun. The officers took cover and began ordering the suspect to drop the weapon.
Drop the gun, Atlanta police! Drop the gun!
Radio, she's got a rifle.
The suspect eventually complied with the officers' orders, and they were able to take the suspect into custody with no shots fired. Homicide investigators are actively investigating the circumstances surrounding the shooting. The commanding officers were extremely proud of the professionalism exhibited by both officers. They acted quickly and worked together, and their superiors believed their actions were vital in safely apprehending the armed suspect. A portion of the body-worn camera footage is an open and active case, but the video has been edited to remove statements made by the arrestee. Number 6. According to the sheriff's office, a mother with two children was arrested along Interstate 95 in Flagler County.
You and your two kids are a reoccurring issue, and I'm not going to sit here and blame them because they're just doing what their mother asked them to do.
After soliciting funds for a bogus funeral, the 37-year-old mother was observed with her two sons beside a parkway wearing neon yellow vests and holding signs and buckets. When deputies questioned her, she gave a false identity and later claimed that the name belonged to her niece, who died 3 days before in a car accident in France.
When did she pass?
3 days ago.
3 days ago? Okay, so in September, did you have another niece named Maria that passed?
And that she was soliciting money for her funeral. A constable is shown questioning the woman, then telling the suspect and her children that she is sorry their family is going through such a tragedy, but she couldn't have them walking in traffic asking people for money. Number 5. When a police officer arrives on location during a robbery, he immediately spots the thief running away with a handgun in his hand. The cop runs after him and asks the thief to get on the ground and show his hand. The cop keeps repeating to the thief to drop the gun and to get on the ground.
Drop it! Get on the ground!
But he keeps running. When he finally runs up to the thief with gun in hand, the thief finally gets on the ground and does not resist arrest. He is handcuffed and asked to get up, as sirens can be heard in the background.
Get up.
The cop picks up the stolen money and begins to question the thief when the video ends. Number 4. The city of Louisville has agreed to pay $75,000 to a Louisville couple who claim police detained and frisked them because they were black and driving a nice car. In the video, the officer can be seen stopping a red car, claiming the driver didn't stop over a turn signal.
No, it's like you didn't use a turn signal.
The police asked the man if he had any drugs or any other illegal items in the car. The man responded that he didn't, when the cop went on telling the man that he was shaking like a leaf.
Man, your hands are shaking like a leaf, brother. Even your face is.
Then he asked the man to get out of the car to frisk him. I can't understand why they decided to frisk a guy over a turn signal, especially when the guy answered all the questions he was asked. It's as if the cops were hoping to find something in the car, but when they didn't, they had no other choice but to let them go. They were extremely polite, but I don't see any justifiable reason for going through the car the way they did. It's still incredible that they made them go through all of this for absolutely no reason at all. Number 3, a former Pickaway County Corrections deputy is facing felony charges, accused of impersonating a police officer to direct traffic. This video is hilarious when these police officers see this young man directing traffic, pretending to be a police officer. When the cops ask him if he's a police officer, the man is vague and uncomfortable and doesn't really answer their questions.
If you are telling me you are a police officer right now, is that what you're telling me?
He makes a call to confirm what he's telling the police officers is true. He explains to the officers that he was told to do this, but when he sees the cops are not buying any of it, he begins to plead his innocence.
Please do not. I'm asking you for courtesy, man to man. Please.
The cops tell him that they will have to take him in, but that he will be released with a summons to appear in court at a later date. Number 2, it was a busy Friday for the Flagler County Sheriff's Office lead deputies when they had to go in pursuit of a stolen vehicle with 2 felons crashing a stolen truck and fleeing into the woods. The real-time crime center received an alert of a stolen vehicle driving westbound on a state road. Deputies were alerted to be on the lookout for a silver Tacoma that had been reported stolen in Volusia County, and they were able to locate it in that area. After a traffic stop, the driver fled recklessly, losing control of the vehicle several times. Stop sticks were successfully deployed on the vehicle, but the vehicle continued northbound, ultimately running off the roadway and crashing after the driver lost control of the vehicle. The occupants fled on foot into the woods. A joint effort from deputies, K9 and Fireflight led to the subject's arrest when they were ultimately tracked down and caught. They were secured without further incident. The woman claimed she and another female were picked up by an unknown male in the vehicle the previous day, taken back to his residence as he attempted to have sexual relations with them. She claimed that's when the other female hit the male over the head with a bottle and requested he take both females back to where he picked them up. When the man refused, one of the women found the truck keys, drove to pick up a friend, and told him the story. The couple spent the night in their car. Then she said that they were on their way the next morning to return the vehicle to its owner in Ormond Beach, but ended up in Flagler County. The dynamic duo is no stranger to law enforcement and both have felony convictions in Volusia County for 12 prior felony convictions. The sheriff was relieved that no one was injured during the incident. Number 1, following online criticism, the Volusia County Sheriff released a body camera video of a recent arrest. Investigators say a sergeant was responding to a burglary call when he accidentally stopped one street over from the correct address where the incident took place. When the sergeant is trying to talk to a driver pulling out of a driveway in the video, things quickly escalate.
Turn the off now. Turn the off.
Even though he is in the wrong location, he believes he is in the right location. He's trying to establish a report. She wishes to leave. He reaches in to turn the car off to prevent a pursuit or anything from happening to anybody when the young lady unloads on him with profanity. You can see in the body cam video that the sergeant tries to handcuff her. Deputies write in an arrest report that she kicked and struck him in the head multiple times with a closed fist. They also say she kicked another deputy trying to adjust her handcuffs. Still, some are questioning how the sergeant initially approached the car, saying he was too aggressive.
Turn the car off. Turn the off now. Turn the
It's clear that being a cop is not easy, and one wrong decision can change the lives of people in an instant. Whatever the incident is, it requires vigilance and good judgment because one bad decision can turn a happy ending into a nightmare. Which one was your favorite? Why don't you let us know in the comments below? And well, that's it for now. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like and let us know in the comments what you think. Check out our other videos and subscribe to be a part of the fun. Click on the notification icon so you can see our new videos as soon as they're uploaded. Thanks for watching and see you next time.